Everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amelia and I post new life and style videos every Wednesday at 4 p.m. So I switched up my background a little bit. I felt like sitting in front of a plain gray wall was very plain. So I'm just going to try out this aesthetic for a little bit. In today's video, we're basically going to be seeing if I am a catfish. I've had this idea for a little bit, and it's just basically like split my face down the middle. I'm not going to do anything to one side. I'm going to do a full face of makeup, like if I was kind of going out for the night look, to actually see the difference, because I know that, right, I see my plain face like every single day before I put on makeup, and then I see the end result. But I think it's more interesting to be like, do I change where my cheekbones are, or is the contour of my nose like really that different? And just to see like how I actually make myself look. And we're just gonna kind of talk about my journey with the makeup, why I use it, and things like that. So yeah, let's get into it. I've just zoomed you guys in more so we can really see. So I'm going to be doing this half of my face, and we're basically gonna be doing all the steps that I would normally do. So first I'm going to take my primer. Now I'm going to be taking my L'Oreal Infallible foundation, which I haven't used in a while. Honestly, it could very well like be expired or gross at this point. Oh, expires 12/20. Okay, so we are good. My first, I'd say, like memory of makeup or using makeup, I had one of those Barbie heads, and you could like, it was mostly like for doing her hair or whatever, but they gave you like fake, just plastic makeup to use. And I like remember playing with that for a little bit. And then I did have Barbies and Bratz dolls, so like very makeup-fied dolls were in my life. So I was like, you know, exposed to just that look like very early. And obviously my mom wore makeup, so would see her put it on. And then I don't really know how I got a hold of this, but I did have like one of my mom's like old lipsticks, and it was this like weird grayish silver color, and I still remember the scent from it like very clearly, and I would constantly put it on. I think that's part of the reason why I have like a bit of an edge, like the edgier looks a bit. It's like I look right now. And it's like the first memory of like playing with makeup was that item. Then I was always in dance, so we had recitals, and obviously with that you had to wear a ton of makeup, and it was very much like rehearsal makeup. You know, just full foundation, bright red cheeks, bright red lips, eyeliner, mascara. So that was like my first full glam look, were those recital looks. I think I always liked getting dressed up and like stuff like that. Then I don't really think I wore makeup consistently until I got to high school. I definitely wore it out of one, like, insecurity. I've always had extremely like kind of large bags like underneath my eyes. I mean, you can see it like right here, and they've always been dark. It's just been a genetic thing. It doesn't matter how much water I drink, the foods I eat, how much sleep I get, like this is just kind of how it is. And I've always had that insecurity just because it's like I always just look like tired or sick. So definitely would wear concealer to help fix the problem. I feel like I never got that, like, you know, I want it to look like, right, nothing, like just flat. And you can't get that with concealer because it's not filling in like crevices, it's just making everything lighter. So I would use concealer. I honestly like can't even remember. I don't think I was brand loyal to anything, except I always used the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, and they definitely changed their formula because it definitely wasn't as thick as I feel like it is now when I see girls doing their makeup and like it really covers, and I was like, I never got that coverage, but that is what I would use. I was also kind of experimenting with eyeshadow, so some days I remember I would do like a smoky eye, or what I thought a smoky eye was like back then, or I'd put like hot pink on my lids. Like I was definitely into experimenting with looks and just playing around. What time I woke up to do any of this before having to get to school at like 7:30 is beyond me. Honestly, very impressed with myself. But I definitely was someone who was wearing makeup consistently in high school. Did not fill in my brows though, because there were some photos I'm like, ugh, you really should have focused on that a bit more. And then, you know, through college, I think it was pretty much the same routine. I think when I started going out, I would wear like foundation, concealer. I was starting to use more MAC products, and I would wear like a shimmery purple on my lid, a shimmer in the inner corner, and then kind of like line my eyes with either black or blue and do like the tiniest wing. I still do that wing because I don't know how to do proper winged liner. And it was kind of like the look that I knew how to do. Went through most of all of college actually, and like the first half of kind of living at home, I think that was pretty much it. And then it's Kylie Cosmetics, and you can not like the Kardashians as much as you want, but I really do think that Kylie, starting with the lip kits, had a huge impact on the beauty industry. I know for me, it brought that like Instagram look to the forefront. I fell victim to it because all of a sudden I got like insecure and was like, wait, my lips are super thin and I need filler and all this stuff. And thankfully it was my mom who was like, your face like can't handle that. You are not going to look good with larger lips because of your face shape. And I think that's something that's important to take into account for a lot of people, is just because someone, you know, can get fillers or stuff doesn't mean it's going to suit your face, your look, your body, whatever it is. So didn't get the fillers, but definitely bought more lip kits than necessary. Hindsight's always 20/20. I can admit that now. I have a lot of lipsticks, especially for someone who does not wear liquid lipstick every single day. So I was definitely getting more into it, and by that I just mean I was like doing my makeup more and doing like a full face more often, and taking the tricks that I would kind of see on Instagram and use them for when I was going out. Then I would say when I moved out on my own is when like it really took off. You know, I was unemployed for like 4 months or something, so I had a lot of time, and I was also starting to break out really badly. So I went to Ulta, and I know people do not like this brand, but they gave me Too Faced foundation and concealer, and I feel from then on I was like, oh wow, like there's makeup out there that really does work. Because I think I was still using like the Maybelline Fit Me, and it was just a very thin consistency, or it's just using e.l.f. products, and some e.l.f. products work great and some don't. And so it's kind of like, oh wow. And I was getting compliments on my skin and everything for the first time, even though it wasn't clear, it was just very covered up. At full coverage foundation and concealer. And I think, as I said before, I found James Charles because he did a video with Kylie, and so that was probably October 2017, and I started watching James. I knew who he was and was like, wait, this is so cool and fascinating, and I want to try all these products, and was just like so excited to try everything. So I did. I started buying more makeup, and I was very much into like, how can I make my skin look as flawless as possible, and I'm still like that to this day, where I always want it to look like flawless but still natural. And so I was buying, you know, different foundations and setting powders and setting sprays, primers. Eventually I was like, okay, now I'm gonna go experiment with eyeshadow, and then I bought a ton of eyeshadow palettes. And we're kind of here now where I just enjoy doing my makeup. I'm never ever going to claim that I am good at makeup or that I'm a makeup artist or that I'm the most talented, because I'm not. I'm just a girl who likes to play, and I think like that's fine. You know, I don't have to be a James Charles. Definitely reached a place in my collection where I'm like, okay, I've bought enough, I don't need any more. And especially through quarantine, I just haven't been really getting ready that often, so I haven't been using that much stuff. Okay, so this is the final look. Besides the fact that I just look crazy in general because I have half my face done and half my face not done, I don't think I look like that different. Like, it doesn't look like I have like a new face. I just look less tired, right? Like, my discoloration is gone. My cheeks are definitely more contoured, and so is my forehead here. You can kind of see like it just looks a little different, and then just the light in my eyes also looks different. I don't know why. This eye definitely like pops and just looks a bit more sparkly, I guess you could say, than this one. I mean, my lips are probably the biggest difference because I do overline and then I do contour underneath my lips. My concealer didn't do that great today, so I'm kind of disappointed with how my under eye looks. Obviously my eyebrows are a bit more filled in, but overall I wouldn't say I'm a catfish. I would just say that when I take my makeup off, I just look more plain, which is basically how every person who wears makeup looks when they take their makeup off. They just look like a more plain version of themselves. I mean, it was kind of fun to just like have to do half my face and not have to make sure anything matched. Could just like do whatever and it would be fine. I'm not doing my other half. I'm just gonna take this off and then chill for the rest of the day. But yeah, this was just like a little video just to see how different I look between wearing makeup, no makeup. It's honestly not that different. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I post new videos every Wednesday, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.